Greetings and welcome to Goth Tarot, TFT Tarot for today. This is Oberon with my weekly show exploring the shadow issues, the goth issues, the emo issues, finding out what bugs us, what sucks, what we can do about it, and that kind of thing. So to do that, we use a number of decks that speak to the aesthetic of darkness and goth imagery. And we start off with the Murder of Crows Tarot, which is a wonderful new deck. So with the Crow Tarot, we are looking at what we call the dark design. What is the focus around you at this time? What is the environment saying? What are the signals you're receiving out there? What tells you what is going on? And this deck is particularly hard to shuffle. It's a little larger sized. The dark design is represented by the reversed Two of Cups. What is around you right now is a breakdown in trust, either between partners or within relationships of various sorts. It may be pretty serious. It may be consuming you at this time. There seems to be a lack of humility with some people who maybe are too prideful. I don't mind saying that. So let's get a little bit more about this. The Murder of Crows Tarot gives us 4 additional cards on 2 double-sided cards. I never get the angles right. And so one is for the timing, the Crow Father, the Crow Mother, the Crow of Dawn, the Crow of Dusk. That's the actual timing one. Dusk or dawn. Is this a beginning thing? Is it ending? So I'm going to shuffle the dice on this, throw the dice, and if it's an odd number, it is the beginning of the matter. If it's an even number, it's the ending of the matter. And I have number 16, and or 18. And every time I throw these, no, it is 16. It always seems like it goes towards the even numbers mostly. So that means we are at the Crow of Dusk. And the Crow of Dusk tells us that this matter is ending, and it could be that maybe what it represents, that relationship, that partnership, that feeling of trust, loving, or bonding may be ending, may be having serious problems. Like I said before, I think it's tied up in the idea of pride, perhaps. Maybe we have to, come to grips with those kind of things within ourselves and with our relationships, whatever these ones are. So now we're going to look and see whether we feel this mostly internally or externally. Is it an emotional matter? Is it a physical matter? How does this affect us? And I'm going to toss the dice again to get another roll. And I have 6. So that's once again an even number. So that means that it's the Crow Mother. And the Crow Mother tells us that we are going to feel this very strongly on the emotional inner world. It may be really hard for us to come to terms with all of it. So watch out. This is pretty serious. I mean, that's the design. What's all around us is the idea that something, a partnership, may actually be ending, be over. And how will that haunt us? What are the dark, dark shadows here? I'm using the Ghost Tarot to see what things from this dark design will haunt us, will continue to remain, and possibly bring us more worry, more fear, more feelings of desperation. I know, well, this is Goth Tarot, so what did you expect? But it's better to know than to not know. That's what I say. So what are the dark shadows? What haunts you? And this flows from the original card, the Dark Design. The reverse Ace of Pentacles. What haunts you is the feeling that something you thought was starting that was going to bring a lot more security, a lot more material benefit or comfort to your life, you feel it's ending, and I imagine it's tied up in what the association or partnership is. So if we're business minded, this could be about that. Maybe we have business ventures that are failing, and this will create the situation of maybe non-wealth or you know, not good things. So that's what's haunting us. That's what worries us the most about this, is the fact that we are losing a lot of stability, security, if we see this relationship or partnership ending. All right. So then now we want to go to the next cards, and there's two of them. We take them from the Night Sun Tarot, which I used in Goth Tarot version 1. And we're looking at two ideas here. The first one being the dark truth. What is the reality that you now must accept? And Mr. O is looking a little tired here, but that's because it's only a day or two after the time change, and I'm still getting up too early and or staying up too late, and so I'm feeling a little bedraggled here. But we're going to get through this. We're going to get our Goth Tarot for the week. So as I said, the dark truth. What is the reality that you now must consider or actually have to deal with? The dark truth is the Seven of Swords reversed. And I think this is saying something pretty interesting here. I think this is saying really, it's kind of a no way out situation. It kind of feels like maybe a revelation happens. Maybe somebody realizes that something was improper. I'm not going to say it was criminal, but it looks definitely sneaky or secretive, covert. Maybe there are covert actions that led to all this. Maybe people were deceptive to others, or maybe they were trying to get something that they truly didn't have the right to get. And so that was revealed, I think. That's what the Seven of Swords reversed is that the truth is this kind of clever, covert, sneaky behavior was revealed, and maybe that's causing the issues with the partnership and or the sense of a situation going away now, a situation of comfort. So if there is anything that can possibly make this better, it is in the next card, the Dark Sacrifice, also from the Night Sun Tarot. And the Dark Sacrifice represents our sorrows and also the things that we need to possibly sacrifice or give up. It's the reverse Ten of Swords. A lot of swords here with that. So I'm wondering if this card plays to the idea that some people always feel a measure of defeat, a measure of reversing defeat. You know, victory, non-victory, defeat, victory, defeat, victory. Build them up and knock them down, as an old magician I knew once used to say. He was talking about the fate of the world. But with that reverse 10 there, in the area of your sorrows or the things you have to give up, I'm wondering what you have to give up is this vacillation between extreme ends and then conquering the ends. And maybe this is saying that some of us in the Goth community are a little bit drama queens, and we need to kind of pull back in some of that all is lost behavior, that everything is terrible. We just have to figure out how to move ahead with our lives. You know, we're all have to be responsible for ourselves, and we can't necessarily do everything for ourselves, nor can we expect someone else to do certain things for us. So we're moving along towards the end then, and of course that was some pretty heady news there, some things that had to be said. I'm sorry. But now we have to find out what our dark spiral is. What is it that sucks? What is the suckage we are incurring because of all this? The dark spiral represents perhaps the ultimate in our ability to be depressed. But it doesn't mean that these things are not true. What sucks? The upright Nine of Wands. Put that one right there. What sucks is you have to soldier on. You have to keep going. Although you feel wary, although you feel like maybe you can't go any further, you have to, and you will. The Nine of Wands says you're sitting there waiting for it, and you know you have to do that. There's no way out of the immediate difficulties that we're seeing here. You may just have to weather it. It could very well be that that's what this is about, is weathering this, hanging on until it resolves. And it could resolve for the better, because now we're going to tell you for this week what your dark gift is and how it may be able to help you. And so we go back to the crows with the Crow's Magic Tarot. And this was the first cards in version 1 of Goth Tarot, but now it's at the end. It's the dark gift. What thing, what ability, what quality that you may have or can get will help you in this. The dark gift. It's the reverse Two of Cups. This is so freaky because, of course, that was our first card. The dark gift is what you can do or what will happen, what energies can apply. And, of course, it's the Two of Cups again. So it's saying the same thing, that there's a lack of trust or harmony, a lack of bonding, a lack of true partnership, or there are things very irritating the partnership. As the gift, my thought would say, really, you might have to really explore the idea that whatever this is, whatever partnership this is, whatever team this is, whatever relationship this is, this may be what you have to accept. That's what those things are founded on, a sense of not harmony or trust, but maybe just working together to get things done, and the emotions are just going to be there. So this reading could be talking to people who stick together but who really shouldn't in marriages or relationships. It could also be talking about horrible situations in our workplaces or our other gathering places with maybe specific persons. But because it ends the way it began, I think it could say two things. I think it could say there's no real change here. Despite everything we saw going on here, it basically stays the same. It's just like not a situation that's going to move any further in one direction or the other. Or it could just be saying, it's up to you. You have a situation that really is probably not working out. Maybe the love is gone or whatever it is, and maybe you should just take that in and figure out how to move ahead. And I don't like giving people marriage advice, and in fact, we're not really allowed to give any kind of advice. We're for entertainment only. We are not legal experts, medical experts, by any means. I'm a folk psychologist, sort of, but I don't have a degree, and I'm therefore not really legally entitled to give advice. I can only tell you what I've seen here in the cards and how I think you should consider those factors and come up with your own best conclusion. So that's it for Goth Tarot this week. The dark look into the dark, dark, dark. So join me next time, and hopefully our goth picture will be just as dark, or maybe not so much.